the Norwegian Prime Minister Erna Solberg has closed the country's border in a bid to halt the further spread of coronavirus variants into Norway. In practice, the border is closed, said Solberg at a hastily arranged Oslo press conference. Despite falling infection numbers across Norway, Solberg said the stricter measures were absolutely necessary to contain the various virus mutations. Unlike previous iterations of the entry rules, there are very few exceptions. Aside from Norwegian residents returning to the country, only socially critical personnel are exempt. This includes workers in a very limited number of categories along with parents of resident children. This means that many foreign workers cannot come to Norway, Solberg confirmed. The border closure comes into force on Friday, January 29 for 2 weeks, at which time the situation will be reviewed. But Solberg emphasized that Norwegians should prepare for strict measures for some time to come. Although 556 people have died, Norway has been one of the European countries to escape the worst of the coronavirus pandemic so far. But in recent days, an outbreak of the so-called British variant of COVID-19 in eastern Norway has created a new set of headaches. New measures were brought in for the approximately 1 million people living in Oslo and nearby municipalities. All non-essential shops and services were forced to close. Following the outbreak, Sweden and Finland quickly closed their borders to Norway, while opposition parties have criticized the government for doing too little to prevent people entering the country with COVID-19. Since Norway's temporary ban on flights from the UK was lifted on January 2, more than 3,400 people have traveled from Britain to Norway. Before today's announcement, everyone arriving in Norway from countries designated red by the Norwegian Institute of Public Health was subject to compulsory registration and testing at the border followed by serving a quarantine period. However, SIM card data reported by NRK revealed that a big proportion of those arriving by road were not tested upon arrival.